All right, so we are right in the middle of our Columbus investigation. Now, for those who are absent or those who are getting started, it's in Unit 3, and the link reads Columbus Investigation Winter 2008. So for the sake of time, I have it ready here. And in starting this off, I just want to make a couple points that I've observed from looking at you the last couple days. First of all, the very first day when we looked at our prior knowledge of what we knew about Columbus, and you wrote it on the piece of paper, and I read it out loud, and it was a big range. That's the beginning point. That's not the end point. Now, a few people are hanging on to their hypothesis as it's, true, it's rote gospel, without looking at the evidence. It's not. However you felt about him to start this, I want you to keep an open mind. That's the beginning point, and there is no shame in being wrong. If you feel a certain way or think a certain way, and you change it based on evidence, that's an enlightened human being. Sticking to your hypothesis and not being willing to look at the evidence, that's, I would argue, an unenlightened human being. Now, in the research portion, I've been getting a little bit of, I don't want to say pushback, but a little maybe curiosity to why I'm focusing on positive, neutral, or negative. Does it have any importance or reason to why? So let me scale ahead to now to why it is. Here's the modern equivalent. So got home from work, it's 5:46, and I want to check out the news. All right, so I'm going to check out Fox News. All right, so here's Fox News. Front page. Democrat Cory Booker slammed for insulting the secretary. President Trump is willing to sit down with North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un. Okay, presidential. Jeff Flake, who spoke against President Trump, is simply looking for attention. Puerto Rico rejoices after power returns, as if the administration did a great job. Okay, so here's Fox News. Let me try MSNBC. Let me see if we get a different vibe. Let's see. Trump says Russia helping North Korea to dodge sanctions. Okay, I don't know if that's as bad, but let's see. How about this one here? Ooh, here's a good one. Tropes. I didn't mean to do that. Trump's businesses are plagued by conflicts of interest. Something very negative about President Trump. So here, yay, President Trump. Boo, President Trump. Now I'm going to go to another country, the British Broadcasting Company. Let's see what a country that's not America says about Trump. Trump's medical results spark further conspiracies. Okay, that's fairly neutral. So if I go back here, there are opinions about Columbus that are really positive. And if you're looking online, they're pretty evident from the beginning. If I click on a site that says, Columbus, the most wonderful day of the year, okay, that is positive. Columbus, genocidal maniac that killed everybody, God bless. Okay, that's negative. Neutral will be a primary source that you bring your own meaning to, or it's even keeled. They'll say the good about Columbus, the bad about Columbus. I want you to be able to think, to figure that out. And I think it's an important skill in modern times. Now, in terms of citations, I suggested you use a site called NightSite. Now, NightSite is a citation service, and the reason I like it is that it will grow with you if you go to college, if you go to the next level, or certainly as upperclassmen. And any source of anything you're going to study is here on the menu on the left. And you simply will find something to study. So I'm going to pretend I'm you. Okay. All right. You gave me a research project. Let me see. I'll be real basic here. Facts about Christopher Columbus. All right. So let's see what Google has here. Explorer for Kids, 10 things you might not know about Columbus history, biography.com, 5 unbelievable facts about Columbus. Okay, cool. Let's check this out. Okay. Now, what am I looking at here? Now, this is an encyclopedia, but it's an online encyclopedia. So let me see if we have this here. Okay, let me reset this for a moment. So I have encyclopedia. Okay. So, but it's online, so that's here. And I'm going to start typing things in, whatever I can find. So I'm looking for author, and the author's name is Allison Eldridge. Okay, let's try this. Allison Eldridge. Okay, now for the sake of time, I'm not going to go back and forth and check out everything. You need to take the time to do this. But you put in what you have. So let's say the editor's name, Joe Mama. Encyclopedia's name is Britannica. maybe the edition, I don't know, entry used, I'm not sure, year published, I'm just saying it's 2016 for the sake of, time. Page references 3 to 4. It was found online. Include the URL. Yes. Now, what is a URL? A URL is the bar at the top. So I go back to this. I click that. I hit cut. I put it back. Now, is the site scholarly? Now, this is a little bit, subjective to what a scholarly article is. Now, in this case, this doesn't seem particularly deep. So you're saying, hey, this Allison Eldridge isn't scholarly. I'm not saying she's not scholarly, but a scholarly article would look a little more like this. I'm going to go to scholarly articles about Columbus. And I know my grammar stinks for that point. Okay, so let's see what this has to do. Okay. Let's compare scholarly versus non-scholarly. In Globalization and Christopher Columbus in the Americas, Elsie Bartox-Veliz considers the responses of scholars working in colonial and early modern studies to recent exponential increases. Although Columbus remains a prominent historical figure around the world and has been researched and written about for centuries, you get it? So in this case, I'm going to say it's not scholarly. So I hit submit, and there you go. I got my handy-dandy citation. I go to the graphic organizer, I look at it as neutral positive, I put it in, read it what it means, and see how it affects my feelings. So I'll go a little further because I kind of skipped through this. So 5 unbelievable facts. Christopher Columbus was not his real name. Okay, Cristoforo Colombo. Okay, I don't know if that makes or breaks anything. Speaking of names, those boats weren't named what you think. The Nina, the Pinta, the Santa Maria. Most likely were nicknames. It's kind of cutesy stuff. He made 4 journeys to the New World. In 1492, he did sail the ocean blue. We did it in 1493, 1498, 1502. We have this image planting a flag in the lower half of Florida. He was in the Caribbean. His remains did about as much traveling as he did in his life. Okay, so this is not heavy-duty stuff. So if I'm going to use that and go back to my thing, I'm going to say it's not pro or con. I'm going to say it's neutral. What does this source mean? Do a little better than me. I'm just going to do this for the sake of time. There are some misconceptions about Columbus from the number of voyages and names, blah, 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 blah. How does it affect your view of Columbus? I'm going to say, it doesn't really change it too much. It's not going to make or break me here. But again, I want you to look at 9 other sources. And hopefully at the end, you can look at these and get something called corroboration, where you're seeing the same thing over and over. That will change the way you think. So if you're seeing the same thing over and over and over, Columbian Exchange, value of the Columbian Exchange, money made on the Columbian Exchange, commodities and all that good stuff, you might say, okay, shoot, economically is an important guy. If we see the death of indigenous people, smallpox, the whole 9, you might be onto something, that there was some decimation in the communities of the indigenous people. So I want you to do that first, and then eventually you'll assert your opinion based on evidence about Columbus, but that's for tomorrow's video. So thank you for watching.